I can't see anybody. Samita Shivoham. Samita Shivoham. There's some problem in my connection. I'm trying to log in. Rajendra Shivoham. Rajendra. Ajitek Shivoham. Welcome to the call. Karthik and Veena. Sudeep Bhargava. Shivoham and welcome to the call. GVK Raju. I think my connection was going upside down. So once again to all of you. Samita Shivoham and welcome. Rajendra, Ajitek, Dada. Greeting is very important. Kiran, Redmi. I'm not sure. Name appears as Redmi. Bisham, Karthik, Veena, Kumar Swami, Girishama, Mutkula Anand, Raju, Girish, Komal, Yoga Narasimhan, Dattatray, Rekha, Ashok Nichani, Rajan, Shadow, Shivoham, Bridget, and the rest of you I can't see. But welcome to this call. I hope you all can see me clearly because sometimes every country we go to has got new technological protocols. I'm today in Germany. I'm in Germany, in Frankfurt, and I'm trying to connect with you all. The question that somebody asked me was this, a very interesting question. I don't know if you all read the question. It says, is it true that problems and tragedies lead us to spirituality? Is it true? Is it true, for example, is it true that Buddha, the enlightened one, went into spirituality because he had problems? Is it true that everybody in this world, Ramana Maharishi, Vivekanand, everybody goes into spirituality because of problems? Because many people, they have this feeling. Was it Socrates? You know what Socrates said? How many of you know the famous quotation of Socrates and spirituality? Who knows the famous quotation? Anybody can tell me? Socrates has a very famous quotation on spirituality. Who can tell me? A very interesting quotation. Anybody wants to try? I think you all are only wanting me to speak. Socrates, Ajitek, पता है Socrates ने क्या बोला? Ajitek, Socrates ने कहा, if you get married, either you will be happily married or you will become a philosopher. So what does Socrates say? If you ever get married, either you will be happily married forever and ever and ever, or you will become a philosopher. What does it mean? It has a very deep meaning. We human beings, when we get married or when we get into samsara, then what happens is we are tied up. We are completely caught in this samsara. And because we are caught in this samsara, we forget God, we forget purpose, we forget life. Oh, khao, piyo, jio, maja karo, maja. People's world is maja karo. But what happens is many people think, oh, dil tood gaya. Love affair broke means, oh, now, oh, God, what should I do? My love affair broke. Now what I should do? Or, oh, God, my business failed. Now what should I do? What do some people do when business fails? They commit suicide. Why they commit suicide? Because they think it's a shortcut. They think it's an easy way to end life. And some people think that spirituality is the way for solving problems and tragedy. My dear friends, we are not on this call. I didn't ask this question to you. We are not on this call because we want to run away from problems and tragedies. Spirituality is not a solution to that. Spirituality is a way to eternal bliss and peace. So if somebody tells you that problems and tragedies will lead to spirituality, do not agree. That is a very shallow way. I mean, of course, spirituality will liberate you. Spirituality will free you from the pain of the body, misery of the mind, agony of the ego. Yes, spirituality is sure to eliminate these three, what I call the triple suffering. But then you see, there is far more to spirituality than just an escape. So with that, Administrator, do we have questions today? Has anybody started with questions? Okay. Rajendra. Rajendra, your first question is Rajendra, and we have some social media questions. If you don't, only when you don't ask questions live, then we take social media. Rajendra, your question, please.
Yeah, Shivam,
Shivoham.
I just wanted to answer your question regarding Socrates.
Yes, follow.
Once he said that the true knowledge is in actually knowing that we know nothing.
Very good, very correct, no?
True knowledge exists in knowing that we know nothing.
Because very few people know this, Rajendra.
Yes.
How many people know that we know nothing? You see
Very few, very few.
What do most people think, Rajendra?
We know everything.
so, so again, there's one man who used to always tell me, I will take you to the best Chinese restaurant in the world. तो मैं बोला चलो ले चलो. So when he took me to the best Chinese restaurant in the world, I ate the food. I said, food is very good, but I can take you to a better Chinese restaurant in the world. He had a big fight with me many years back. Not now, as heir, I would not do it. But before I became heir, he had such a big fight with me. Then I told him, my dear friend, you have never left India. You only have been to Bombay, Delhi, Bangalore, Pune for Chinese restaurant. I have been to Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Japan. I have been to 20 countries where I have tried Chinese restaurant. I am telling you, there is a better Chinese restaurant in Hong Kong and Singapore, and you are refusing to accept. So there are many people who live. Again, Rajan, I'm taking your question since we have the liberty of time. Many people are living what I call like a frog in the well. जो हिंदी में बोलते कुएं का मेढक, ऐसा बोलते हैं ना. कुएं का मेढक क्या जानता है? फ्रॉग इन द वेल थिंक्स पूरी दुनिया वो कुआं है. Correct. There are people in this world who are called cavemen. Who is a caveman? A caveman is one who never came out of his cave. He lived and died in the cave thinking that only cave exists. 99% of the people in this world, they are kuए का मेढक. 99% of the people in the world.
Very true.
So if you go and tell somebody neti neti tattvamasi, बोलेगा क्या बकवास बात करते हैं? What nonsense you are talking? What is this nonsense? If Bridget goes and tells in Quebec neti neti tattvamasi, people will tell Bridget you are crazy. What are you talking? So it is because people don't understand the meaning of spirituality. People don't even know what is a spirituality. People don't know what is enlightenment, why we must go for enlightenment, what is the benefit. How many people are committed? You are seeing in this call. That's why what I always request you, I tell you people in the call, if you find somebody interested, make them join. That is the biggest karma yoga you can do. You will see, if you make 4 people join, I can tell you, maybe all 4 will drop. They will stop.
No, I want to share with you that I have shared about this call with at least maybe 5 to 6 people. But I don't know what do they want in their life. So, I'm really surprised.
So they don't, I'll tell you what, they don't want enlightenment. But if you tell them this call can give you a solution to all your problems, they will come. People want what is called quick fix. People want jadoo. People want jadoo dona. See, this is this line. People want stories. People like storytelling. How many people want to realize the truth, Rajendra? Very few people in this world.
Very few.
And that's why I find it very challenging. After I completed more than 7 years from the time I started my realization, when I got my realization, and every day there's a new learning. Every day, yesterday, let me share something happened in my trip to Iceland. Let me share something. Rajesh Dattatray, please make note. So, suddenly in the morning, there was a knock on the door. Suddenly, Samita, what Samita? There was a knock on the door, on my life door. And Mr. Misery came in. Mr. Misery came in and told me, you see, yesterday, this is what happened yesterday. So when Mr. Misery came and knocked at the door, I'm just giving it to you for please understand what happened. So the Mr. Tragedy, Mr. Problem came and told me what happened yesterday. You know what I told Mr. Tragedy? I told Mr. Problem, Mr. Misery, Mr. Tragedy, I am not interested in going to yesterday. I am not interested in going to yesterday because if I go to yesterday, Kumar Swami, you're following what I'm saying? If I go to yesterday, what will happen? You know, I will lose today. If I go to the previous moment, okay, yesterday somebody robbed my 200 euros. Somebody cheated me 200 euros. It is over. Yesterday he cheated 200 euros. But today, if I am thinking about the cheating of 200 euros, I have already lost 2000 euros in the terms of the moment of happiness and my moment of peace and my moment of bliss. Are we able to overcome it, my friends? I challenge you, tell me, are you able to overcome it? Are you able to stop your mind from going to the past issue? Your mind is dragging you to the past. Your mind is dragging you to the future. Tell me honestly, are you able to stop it? It is practically impossible. It is practically impossible. You must become a master of masters to be able to stop the mind. I am telling you from after my tapasya for so many years, after my talking to you all so much, I am struggling. I am admitting to you, I am struggling because the mind is such a rascal. It will just rob the moment and take you to something happened previously. Okay, that was not good. That was bad. Agreed. But the moment the mind goes there, it has stolen the present moment. The moment the mind will go to fear about tomorrow, it has robbed today. It has stolen today. So I keep telling you all what these sessions are. Every day I am learning. I hope you are learning. Every day we must learn. Every day we must ask questions. We must investigate. We must find something new. We must not just be what we are. And I'm honestly telling you, I am learning every day from you and from life. That's why I'm trying to write a new book called Life Realization. That's for next month. Today, every morning I'm dictating a book called Life is Karma. People don't know. People don't know that life equals karma. Life equals karma. Let's put equals because life equals karma. Everything in life equals to karma. People don't know it. Okay, I'm talking too much. So, Administrator, any questions before we go?
Shivam, what you discussed about, it is difficult for us to stop going into the past. So I want to share something that by practicing what you have so far, taught us or, coached us, I can say that, I'm really practicing it and I'm finding myself capable of really not going into the past. I have started forgetting, literally forgetting what happened in the past. So this is a miracle for me.
But Rajendra, how do you forget?
I don't know. Forgetting means
that is
not from the memory.
No, that is not enough. See, try to understand. This is where you need chitta. You need consciousness. Because as much as you are got the grace of God that you are not remembering the past and you're remaining here, chances are that the mind takes you there, then you're lost. Therefore, the challenge of thoughtlessness, the challenge of what they call mindfulness, the challenge of consciousness, Sat Chit Ananda, how to be in that state of the present moment. Like we talk about this, 99% of the people, they're not living in today. They are shuttling between yesterday and tomorrow. They are not in today. They are not in the now. Many people who are on this call, They are looking at me in the call, but the mind is not here. The mind is somewhere else. Such is the nature of the mind.
So it was actually happening frequently earlier, but now it happens very rare.
Good. Now, good. So,
Yeah.
so Rajendra, very good. But try to remember, what is your goal, Rajendra? Your goal is to reach that state of consciousness.
Conscious.
When you reach that state of consciousness, Rajendra, you become like this. You can be watching, you can be listening. You don't have to sit like a Buddha, close your eyes in that position. But you are conscious, you are aware. You want to reach that state where you are watching the mind, where the mind will wander. Huh? Ajitek's mind will ask, where is air? कौन से शहर में है? कहाँ घूम रहा है? Air किधर है? Huh? Mind will go there, correct? But you watch the mind. And feel the consciousness. Then only if you start feeling the consciousness, then you will feel the stillness. You will, when you cut the noise, you will hear the voice. We are not able, I can challenge you, all of you, we are not able to genuinely spend time in silence. We are not able to. Although we have 1440 minutes in a day, please tell me how many minutes you are able to spend time in silence? We are not able to spend time. Either we are watching TV, or children are shouting, or Narendra Modi is speaking, or Shah Rukh Khan speaking something. All the time, the mobile phone, the laptop, the television, our family, our relatives, our neighbors, our friends, they are occupying our consciousness. Okay. Karthik, question please.
Thank you.
Sir, Shivam Guruji.
Sure, Karthik.
Sir, you told now, sir, life is equal to karma before. Means we came to this planet not only to perform, to pay our karma, but also to do our mission now, sir.
Correct.
Then
that is why life is karma.
Yeah, then you are saying karma, but not mission.
No, life equals karma, Karthik. So you are Karthik. Your name is Karthik. Why you were born to your mother, father in this place, in this religion, in this country? Why? Because of? Because of karma. You think you think just because God has decided that you will be son of your parents? No. God has no time to worry about 8 billion people. God is not sitting to see what Karthik is doing, what Air is doing, what Rajendra is doing, what Kumar Swami is doing. No, God is not worried. God has made an automatic system. In the automatic system, you are given a free will. I'm asking you, you have free will or not?
Today, yes, sir, we have free will.
You can eat chicken or mutton or fish or paneer. You can decide?
Yes.
You can, if a cockroach is there in your room, you can take chappal and you can smash it, or you can catch it and throw it out of the window. Correct?
Yes, it's my choice.
It's your choice. That is karma. Whatever you are doing in your life is your karma. And whatever is happening in your life is your past karma. Up to this, you understood clearly?
Yes, sir.
And the final thing about life equals karma, if you want to attain God, what is the way of attaining God?
Through self-realization.
All that okay. Self-realization, life realization, God realization. The way of attaining God is to drop your karma. Huh?
Surrender?
प्रभु और हम में फर्क नहीं है. Sorry, प्रभु और अपने बीच है पर्दा. You understand Hindi?
No, sir. Thoda.
See what I'm saying? प्रभु और अपने बीच है पर्दा, है जो ये अहंकार. Between me and God, there's a parda. Parda means there's a curtain. What is the curtain? Ahankar. प्रभु और अपने बीच है पर्दा, है जो ये अहंकार. अहंकार को जो छोड़ा, अहंकार को जो छोड़ा, उसको मिल गया भगवान. It does the moment you drop the ego, you get God. You know why? Do you know why?
I think the mind stops us from realizing.
No, because the ego creates karma. If you drop the ego, then what do you drop?
I'm leaving karma.
Finished.
I'm-
If you need to drop all karma, you attain God. What stops us from attaining God?
Ego.
Ego. What is ego doing?
It is
Karma.
dominant.
It is doing karma. I am doing. I, Karthik. I am walking. I am doing. I am giving. I am talking. I. The moment you drop the I, the moment you drop the I, you drop the ego, you drop the karma, you become one with God.
Sir, morning, what I realized in the senses, one day I have to leave this Karthik body and I have to unite, means by paying my karmas like this. I realized it today morning that one day I have to leave this Karthik body
And so?
and I have to pay the karmas what I have done.
No. If you have to pay karma, you will come back in another body.
Oh yeah.
If Karthik will come back as Rajesh, and Rajesh will come back as Kapil, and Kapil will come back as Sunil, and you will never attain God. The only way for Karthik to attain God is to drop the ego and drop the karma. I have no karma. Life equals karma. If you drop karma, no life. You will become one with God.
But they will say like this, no sir, we have came to this earth to perform some mission, to make everything as a good, to everything should be good. Bad have to become good and good have to become very good. What is that, sir?
That is grandmother's stories. You must not listen to grandmother's stories. You must teach your grandmother's story. Already I told you.
And
Don't
one more
listen
thing, sir, I feel that it is correct that the tragedies and problems leads to spirituality. I'm
Not-
feeling it is right.
No, tragedies and problems may lead people towards spirituality, but it is not only the tragedies and problems only can lead to spirituality. That is not a law.
But Buddha
There is
had
what-
done like this, no sir. Vivekananda Buddha
What problem he had? What tragedy he had?
means Buddha realized about people, the kingdom issues, and he lived his samsara and he went to yoga.
But he had no problem. He had no tragedy. He had no problem. He was a prince. He was a happy prince. He had wife, child, money, father, kingdom, food, women, wine, everything he had. Then he had no problem. So he was inspired, they say, by the grace of God. Now, I don't know. They say God has chosen God. He was the chosen one. Now, we don't need to worry about all that.
Thank you, sir. Sure.
You have to become enlightened. Karthik is important. Karthik should be enlightened. Next,
Thank you,
please.
sir.
Social media question. Who separates the soul and the body? Who separates the soul and the body? So many people are struggling to understand the difference between soul and body. We don't have a problem in understanding computer. Do we have a problem understanding computer? Veena, you understand computer? Hardware, software, you understand? Anybody understand? I think even Girish Amma will understand. Amma, you understand hardware, software, you understand, no? Even though you have passed your life before and you've come, everybody knows what is a laptop, what is a software, and what is a power supply. There are three things. If the power supply is not there, laptop cannot work. Except laptop is dead. I say it's very easy to understand the soul and the body, when you understand that even the human body, the human computer has got this body, hardware, the mind, the software, and the soul is the power supply. So if you understand that the soul is the power supply, then you understand that the soul and the body are two aspects. But when you are enlightened, you come to know the body is nothing. Huh? What happens, Dattatreya, what happens to body afterwards? Afterwards, Dattatreya, what will happen to body? You know the answer, Dattatreya? You're muted. Dattatreya, what happens to the body? I think he's not on.
The body will burn and it will become ash. And
But
the
what
soul,
happens to the body? No, what happens to the body?
body will become a dust only.
Kumar Swami, can you help Dattatreya? What happens, Kumar Swami, to the body?
Will go Panchabhuta. It will,
Now,
पंचभूत में विलीन होता है.
Dattatreya, now tell me. Now you're telling the right answer,
पंचभूत यानी
Dattatreya.
पृथ्वी, वाप, तेज, वायु, आकाश में विलीन हो जाती है.
Now you're giving the right answer.
Yes.
So Dattatreya, in the body, what happens when the body is, the water will evaporate, the air will disappear, the
Correct.
fire will become, the heat of the body will go away, the space will shrink, and what is left is only earth. Correct, Dattatreya? 5 elements, 5 tattva. Tattva, you are saying Bhuta,
Yes.
tattva, elements, all same.
Yes.
The body will return to its 5 elements. Where is the soul? Where is the soul?
Soul
The
departs.
soul is no. Departs, okay, the soul leaves, but the soul is present in every cell of the body. When the soul leaves the body, those 5 tattva, they disintegrate. They disintegrate and they go back to their original state where they came from.
Okay.
In the mother's womb, how the body is created. Same method. How is created, how the brain, heart, kidney, lung is created from Panch Bhuta, Panch Tattva. Not from Wipro and Infosys technology and Tata computers coming and giving some no Starbucks coffee is not creating the kidney and the brain. So the idea is that the soul, if you want a spiritual answer, the soul is manifesting as the body. The soul is manifesting as every cell of the body. The scientific answer is energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to another. So when the body is being created, how is the body being created, my dear friends? When energy is transformed to a cell, the body is created. When the cell is disintegrated and the energy is released, the cell is destroyed. But this, the mind will not agree, because when you need realization, only when you realize the truth, then only. So my dear friends, today, before I close the call, let me explain to you. You think this subject is simple? This subject is not like one 7th standard examination or 10th standard or even university examination. No. Realization is a very complicated subject. You have to move forward and forward. You have to be able to move in this journey, and every step takes you towards the realization of the truth. It is not easy. If somebody told you, no, many people, they tell you, you read Bhagavad Gita. After Bhagavad Gita, you will become a champion. Is it true like that? You read Bhagavad Gita, you will get enlightenment? Can anybody say you read Bhagavad Gita, you will get enlightenment? There are people who will read Bhagavad Gita 10 times and then they still don't know ABC about Krishna and Arjuna.
So many people by heart the Bhagavad Gita.
Huh?
So many people are by heart recitated, repeated.
So it is not about reading the Vishnu Purana and the Shiv Purana And
Yeah.
you can, all these are good scriptures to read. I am not telling don't read, but interpret it the right way. And the journey to enlightenment is not easy. Coming to Iceland is not so difficult. You take one flight, second flight, third flight, you're in the North Pole. You know, I have gone to, you all know I have been to 125 countries. I think I have told you all my stories. Before, my Guruji laughed at me, and my Guruji told me, what you're going, Antarctica, Greenland, Iceland, New Zealand, Switzerland, all land, Finland, Iceland. So then my Guruji laughed one day. That's when I stopped. Otherwise, like a madman, I was going here, there, everywhere. Then my Guruji one day told me, what is this? Then I stopped. I don't go to any new countries now. I have not seen another 60, 70 countries I have not seen. I don't go to any new country now. I only go to a place of solitude. I go to a place of consciousness. And tomorrow, by the way, I think I'm flying. So tomorrow there will be no call. Tomorrow there will be once in a way, we get a break. I will be on a flight from Frankfurt to Bangalore from 10 a.m. to midnight. So from noon to noon. So tomorrow morning I will be on that call, on the flight. So there will be no call tomorrow. I hope administrator will send out a message. I have one more question. Sagai Raj, as per your teachings, we must not take rebirth. Why many people in the world wish and pray to God their ancestor must take rebirth again? Yeah, because Sagai Raj, people are ignorant. People are ignorant. They think, people, you know what people think? My father died, immediately they'll be thinking, where is my father now? Where is my father taking rebirth? Your father finished. Your father is not taking rebirth anymore because your father's body is burnt and your father's story is over. The person taking rebirth has become somebody else's son. The person taking rebirth is not your father. But we don't understand this. Why we are putting photographs in our house and praying for ancestors? The story is over. But we people, we think it is a mark of disrespect. If you tell somebody, air told, we should not put agarbatti on ancestors, they will say it's a mark of disrespect. But who will change it? You respect your elders when they are alive. You please take care of your family and friends when they are alive, Sagai Raj, not after they are dead. What is the use of praying to somebody after they are dead? Now, Kumaraswamy, any use? Kumaraswamy praying for somebody after they die is any use? No use. This is called enlightenment. Enlightenment means you have to face the realities. Sagai Raj, people who are praying for their ancestors to come back again. Many people every year got Sudeep Bhargava, you know the name of what, that Pitra Puja, what they call Sudeep Bhargava? Sudeep knows. What are the pujas Sudeep Bhargava every year people are doing?
Pitra Paksh, sir.
Pitra Paksh.
Days
So
Pitra Paksh.
for ancestors puja.
Yes.
So you keep on doing Pitra Paksh puja. And Ashok Nichani also does, I think. Ashok, you are doing no Pitra Paksh puja every year?
It is actually Pitru Shraddha.
Pitru Shraddha, correct. Rajendra is telling Shraddha. So Ashok Nichani, you are doing this puja?
Yes, sir ji.
What is this puja for? Who you are doing?
For our ancestors.
Where are they? Where are they, Ashok?
They are divine.
They don't exist. It is just like when you are doing puja for Pitru Paksh Shraddha puja, it is exactly like this. Let me explain to you. I get one good masala dosa. Ajit, you're paying attention? I get one good masala dosa. After finishing eating masala dosa, after finishing my masala dosa, then I call Samita. Samita, come. Now take masala dosa. But where is the masala dosa? No, you imagine it is here. It is gone in my stomach, but you eat masala dosa. Can I feed Samita? Ajit, come on, eat masala dosa one bite. Karthik, come on, eat masala dosa. Where is the masala dosa? Already gone in my stomach. How can you eat it? It's finished, man. It's over. It's gone. Ancestors are dead and they are gone, and you buried them. And not only you buried them, you took the ashes and went to Ganga and Kaveri and you put the ash also there. They do such a ceremony. Even the ashes are mixed with the water. Now, where is your ancestor? one bit of your ancestors in Japan, one bit of your ancestors in Tokyo, one bit of your ancestors in South Africa, because the oceans have got mixed everywhere. My dear friends, when will you wake up to the reality? Not only must you attend this call, attending the call is one thing. You must wake up people who are living life of ignorance. You have the biggest seva you can do. The biggest help you can do is to make people wake up from ignorance and realize the truth. I hope that all of you will not just attend the call, but I hope you will, the biggest karma yoga you can do, the biggest puja you can do, the biggest, best effort you can do is to make people realize the truth, because this is the biggest problem in the world today. So with that note, I thank all of you. Today I'm in Frankfurt, as I said. Tomorrow I'm flying Frankfurt to Bangalore. We will meet day after tomorrow. Not tomorrow is the 13th. We will
Shivoham,
be there.
Air.
Shivoham.
Shivoham. Air, I want to say something.
Bolo.
I have a humble request. If it works for you, administrator and all the participants, we can extend this call for another 30 minutes because tomorrow there is no call.
No, but there's not enough questions. If you have any one or two questions, I can answer. Is there any more question?
Yeah, I mean, no, there is no question, but I wanted to add to what you said that
Yeah.
realization is difficult. It is not so easy. So I wanted to say that knowledge about it is really very easy. But while realizing it is very tough and put it into action, it is really very tough.
So therefore, it's not about 30 minutes and 60 minutes. It's about consistency. It's about hitting on the rock again and again. It is about being on this. Why do I come on this call every day? Why am I missing the call tomorrow? Because there's no Wi-Fi in the plane. If there was
Yes.
Wi-Fi in the plane, if I could talk to you, I would like to talk. So I even, as I told you, tomorrow, even if there are 10 people in the call is not going to be cancelled. I am here to try to talk to as many of you who want enlightenment, which is the biggest achievement in life. So therefore, Rajendra, one day will not make a difference. We will obviously take a break tomorrow, but we will meet day after tomorrow at 8, and Friday we are meeting at 7:30. So your request
Yes.
is fulfilled on every Friday. We will be
All right.
doing.
Thank you.
I see somebody asking a quick question. I'm 22 years old now. What is the question? I am 22 years now. I don't know who is person asking. The first step to attain enlightenment is to ask the question, who am I? Only one question. The body will die. Who am I? That is the first question on enlightenment. Loki is asking one more question. Rajendra says, continue till the questions continue. So I will continue till the questions come today for 2, 3, 4 more minutes. Lokesh?
How to get over comparison, expectations, and inferiority with friends.
How to get over comparison, expectation, inferiority with family and friends. Drop the ego. Who is feeling the inferiority? Who is comparing? The ego. The ego thinks you and me are separate. The moment we come to know we are all one Atma, there will be no comparison. There will be no differentiation. So these are the questions, and there may be 100 more questions. But I always find one tendency that at the end of the call, there are many questions. And the beginning of the call, there are no questions. So you should start the call with your questions so that it can build a good kickstart to the call. With folded hands, I bow down to you, Shivoham. We will meet day after tomorrow at 8 o'clock.